Alrighty, welcome. This is going to be a quick book review on Marcus Aurelius's Meditations. I bought like a new and improved version off Amazon, like the most popular version of it right now. This is what it looks like, back and front. I really like it. It's kind of arty. But yeah, I'm basically just going to give a quick overview of this book, brief descriptions of what it's about, and hopefully by the end you should be able to know whether or not you want to buy this or not. The book has an introduction and 12 chapters, or the book refers to the chapters as 12 books. The introduction is actually one of the longest introductions I've ever read to a book, but it's basically filled with context to this entire book. You know, like the life of Marcus Aurelius, why he wrote it, what he means in certain things, the people he mentions, it's a very informative introduction. It's a lot, but I feel like it's worth reading when you get this book. Not necessary, of course. But I highly suggest you do read the introduction if you decide to purchase this book. The 12 chapters, or the 12 books, I don't know if each one is about, I couldn't really like categorize them like as each chapter holding different like meanings than the other. It's really just like separations between all of his writings. The one difference, like this isn't like a normal book. It's basically a book full of quotes, if that makes sense. Like Marcus Aurelius wasn't writing a book like that was meant to be read by people. Like he wasn't trying to be an author. He was just basically like he had a thought and then he would write it down. Like he'd be going through his day like, oh, I have like this really philosophical like idea or thought, and he would write it down. Everything in this book is heavily tied to stoicism. It's not like a direct result of stoicism, and it can't be labeled as stoicism, but it's very closely related. And it goes over that in the introduction as well. Just to give you a few examples of what this book entails and what you'll be reading, you basically have this. As you can see, it's like just thoughts, like different like selections over and over again of just like different just ideas and quotes and philosophies. An example of one that I liked, I circled which ones I liked. They're all numbered. It's all in how you perceive it. You're in control. You can dispense without misperception at will, like rounding the point. Serenity, total calm, safe anchorage. Stuff like that. Or what's a short one? The shorts one, some of them are short and some of them are long, and you know, you just kind of go about which ones you like or not. To be like the rock that the waves keep crashing over, it stands unmoved and the raging of the sea falls still around it. Something like that. There will be some phrases, or at least for me, there's some like entries in this book where I really have no idea what he was trying to say, but for the most part, I understood most of what he was trying to say. The topics he covers in this book are mainly just like life, overcoming challenges, and a lot of it is heavily like based on like fear of death and how to overcome that, and like kind of diving deep into like what the fear of death is and like why it's not necessary. And this has some of the best interpretations of fear of death and just death itself than like anything else I've ever read. That's what I gained the stuff about death is probably what I gained the most from this book when it comes to like knowledge and philosophy. So I really appreciated that. Overall, if you're into philosophy or just like inspirational quotes and just new ways of thinking about life, I think this book has a lot to offer you. The only con I can think of about reading this book is and this is just a personal con, I don't know if it's for everybody. Like my mind has a hard time remembering like point after point after point. Like I have a better time, easier like understanding of information when it's like just page after page, like one massive like chunk of information. This is like little piece of information, then the next piece of little information. It's basically like just quote after quote after quote, and that for me can be a little hard to like memorize and retain. And you're moving around a lot when it comes to ideas and stuff, but I mean that's not really that big of a con. It's just like depends on how you like to learn. But yeah, overall, I think you have a lot of wisdom to gain from this. You know, it kind of helps widen your perspective of life and understand at least how Marcus Aurelius saw, you know, reality and how he went about doing things. So yeah, Marcus Aurelius Meditations. Hope you enjoyed the review. Hope you end up deciding to purchase this book. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching.